still invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. We back. That's right, we back. You know what I'm saying? So first, we just want to say thank y'all for just letting us in y'all living rooms, letting us on while y'all at work, letting us in y'all laptops, letting us in y'all kitchen. Some of y'all just chilling in the bed, relaxing, watching us on the screen. So we just want to say thank y'all, man, because without y'all, there is no us. There is no Trappin Tuesday. There is no Wall Street Trapper. There is no Freedom Center. So thank y'all for allowing us to walk in our purpose, and thank y'all for allowing us to serve y'all. So before we do that, we're going to give y'all a round of applause. All right, man, we back after Thanksgiving, man. We know y'all full. We know y'all eager. So we got a dope show tonight, man, that we want to get into. But before we get into this show, I want to say, welcome to the last 30. That's right, man. Like, we got 30 days left, y'all. We got 30 days to lock in, 30 days to focus, 30 days to make some adjustments, 30 days to see where we went wrong so we can make it right, 30 days to see what we did really good, 30 days, y'all, to end this year. Like, this year has come by so fast. Like, we went through being excited in the beginning of the year, market going crazy, to going through something riveting, something that really touched us in our heart when we saw the market fall and bottom out, put some people in panic mode, put some people in fear, put some people in chaos, to go on an 8-month rally where everybody was in this euphoric feeling. Now there's a sense of uncertainty because the market is going one way and falling back to another. Some saying it's going to crash. Some saying it's going to explode. Some saying it's an AI bubble. I'm saying welcome to the last 30 because this is what we've been waiting for. And this season right here, I need you to drown out the noise. This season right here, I need you to move with precision. This season right here, I need you to cross the T's and dot the I's. This season right here, I need you to be aligned. This season right here, I need you to be dedicated. This season right here, I don't need no compromise. This season right here, I need you to be selfish. This season right here, I don't want you to chase profit. I want you to chase principle. This season right here, I want you to work on the mechanics. This season right here, I want you to recalibrate the scale. This season right here, I want you to set up for 2026. This season right here is important. This season right here is of vital importance to what we got going for 2026. This season right here. I don't care what you did the other 300 and whatever days. I don't care what you did. That's back. I want you to focus on tonight and how we finish strong. And for some of us, that may just be, it's just, let me lay all the cards on the table. Let me lay it all on the table to see and be honest with myself, be truthful with myself, be sincere with myself, tell myself the hard truth. Yep, I messed that one up. Yep, I did this right. Yep, I did that wrong. Yep, I could have did that a little bit better. Yep, that one went my way. Yep, damn, I missed that opportunity. Yep, I said this one, I shouldn't have said that. This season right here, we gonna self-correct. We gonna lay all the cards on the table so that we can go into this next year and make it our best year. I don't care what happened in the past. This season right here, welcome to the last 30. Welcome to the last 30. We're not waiting for no New Year's resolution. Nope, we're not doing that. No. In order to get above average results, you gotta do things unorthodox. You gotta be willing to break some stuff. You gotta be willing to stress test some things. And the biggest issue is you letting life stress you instead of stress testing your program to attack life. I like that. You letting life stress you instead of putting stress on the operations you have that you gonna use to attack life. Because most people are playing life from defense. Very few of us are playing from offense. Yep. 2-minute drill right now. This season right here, 2-minute drill. Hurry up offense. Number of audibles. We caught in everything from the line. Omaha. We caught in everything from the line. This season right here. This the season, these last 30. These last 30, when we get it all right, we get it all in shape. These last 30, this is when it matters the most. It's clutch time, y'all. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're going to look at some people and you're going to miscategorize where you at right now. You're going to miscategorize where you at right now because you judging where you at right now based on what you see somebody else doing. You're going to miscategorize yourself. I need you to put the microscope on right now and say, this is where I'm at. Man, self-assessment is so good. One of the things my therapist tell me all the time is, I love the way you self-assess. I love the way you take accountability. I love that about you. Where did you get it from? I say, I don't know. But all I do know is when I look in the mirror each and every day, it ain't nobody else's fault but mine. When I look in the mirror every day, I can't blame my mom for going to prison. I can't blame my grandmother. I can't blame my partners. I can't blame nobody but Trap. I can't blame the government. I can't blame the principal. I can't blame the COs. I can't blame the dude at the traffic stop for cutting me off. I can't blame I gotta blame myself. Self-assessment means, what do I gotta do to not put myself in that situation again? Or what do I gotta do when I'm in that situation so I can optimize and handle it the best way possible? Self-assessment. I'm taking control. This season right here, welcome to the last 30. Yeah, but we ain't having no excuses. Yeah, we not taking, no excuses with us these last 30. Everything is my fault. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. To say everything is my fault is gonna be hard. Cause you saying, Trap, I'm already carrying this weight. I already got this on my back. I already gotta do this. Guess what? Pressure is a privilege. We already discovered that a few episodes ago. Why not you? We think greatness is supposed to be easy. We think because we tell ourselves, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. So Jose, I got something that I told myself the other day, bro, and it was one of the most powerful things I said to myself in a long time, and I know a lot of people are not gonna agree with it. But we actually be lying to ourselves when we tell ourselves what we deserve. We actually be lying to ourselves when we tell ourselves, I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be this. You know why? Because what you saying you deserve ain't matching the work that you're willing to put in. So you deserve what you have right now. As a matter of fact, what you have right now might be too much of a blessing. I know they don't like that. What you got right now might be too much favor. What you got right now, I'm gonna be real, man. God, you are so amazing. God, you so good, but God, you really be spoiling us. God, you really be spoiling us because you be spoiling us in a way that you be like, because I say it all the time, be like, God, I don't deserve this, but I say it from sincerity. And I say, I really be like, God, I don't deserve what you. So that's why I humble myself so much. That's why I pray so much. That's why I fast so much. That's why I'm always on my knees like, God, forgive me because I'm doing this wrong, because I really don't deserve it. And I only got it because you felt like I deserve it, not because I felt like, yep, I did this and that. The biggest issue is you telling yourself you deserve something that you ain't willing to put the work in. You just want somebody to gift it to you. You just, God gonna make a way, but you ain't doing no walking. You ain't taking no action. God gonna make a way. Like, I want you to understand that, like, when I say it's my fault, it's I don't deserve nothing. Yep, and I know they ain't gonna like that. I don't deserve nothing. Paul said something that was so great that I love. He said, oh, wretched man that I am. David pleaded. David always pleaded with God. Dave always got on his knees, was chasing guys on high heart because he know he didn't deserve nothing. The biggest issue that you having, one of the biggest issues you having, you think you deserve too much. Yeah, that's what spoiled kids do. Well, I say God done spoiled us too much. We wake up every morning, we don't even thank God for waking us up. We in our own selfish mind, we think we woke ourselves up. We think the alarm clock was, we think, oh, yep, I'm gonna get up in the morning. You ain't even put it in your brain that tomorrow I could not get up in the morning. Yeah. That ain't never the thought in your mind and say, yo, I might don't get up in the morning. I deserve to get up in the morning. I deserve to have this. I deserve to have that. I deserve to be a millionaire. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to have this car. I deserve to have this house. I deserve to have $1 million in my bank. Yep, but then what kind of work go with that? What kind of work is married? What kind of work has to be married to what you say you deserve? What kind of work has to be married to that? And then when you don't have it, is it your fault or is it somebody else's fault? Man, I went to prison, bro. It's my fault. You know, it's the people messed over me. No, you did the wrong thing, bro. You did the wrong thing, love. Now, Q, there's definitely some situations where, you know, innocent people, because I went to prison. There's a lot of innocent people that don't belong in there, 100%. But I'm talking about the people that say they deserve all these lavish things and this lavish lifestyle, and you ain't putting in the work, and you ain't living right, and you ain't all these other things that are a prerequisite to have the thing that you feel like you deserve. You don't deserve nothing. Welcome to the last 30. Where we take full accountability. Where we don't run from no smoke. We don't run from no critique. We get the chip off our shoulder. The world ain't against us. Oh, I'm about to say something, Jose. Watch this. Watch this. The world is not against you. You are just operating in the world that's a reflection of how you look deep within. Say that to you again. The world is not against you. You are just operating in the world that's a reflection of how you really feel deep within. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. When you strip it all down, and when you take the filters off, and when you take the chat GPT captions off, and when you take, you know, the AI images off, and when you take the script that you got from here and you put it, when you strip all that down, when you take the clothes off, when you take the whatever, the tattoos, and when you take all that off, I'm talking about your heart posture. Talking about your heart posture. That right there, that heart posture. Yeah. Inside there, the world you live in is a reflection of that. Yeah. These are the last 30. These last 30, we're gonna make them count. These last 30 ain't about money. These last 30 ain't about reward. These last 30 ain't about royalties. These last 30 ain't about generational wealth. These last 30 ain't about how much money I can have in a bank. These last 30 ain't about first generation millionaire. These last 30 ain't about generational wealth. These last 30 is about, yo, how do I fix my heart posture to get out of life? These last 30. These last 30 is about alignment. These last 30 is about frameworks. These last 30 is about pivoting. These last 30 is about positioning. Most importantly, these last 30, it's about purpose. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trap, man, episode 170, these last 30. Let's go. How we feel, boss?
Look, you going in in a space where it's like, okay, you're like, all right, we're gonna get in and get out. That's what we're doing after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man, like we not here to, like we know what we here for.
Yeah.
Like we know what we here for, bro. We gotta get these last 30.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta finish them strong. We gotta finish them powerful. Like, and we gotta finish them with no fluff, dog. Like, we ain't here to fluff, man. We here to get to it, man.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Man, it was good, man. I chilled with my lady. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, got to chill with her family. Got to see her family. That was good. My first Trinidadian Thanksgiving. Right? It was real good, man. A lot of stewed chicken.
Okay.
That was good. I'm not gonna lie. Mom's whipped that up. Brown chicken was good. Brown stewed chicken was good. Rice and peas, good.
Mm-hmm.
Macaroni pie. I never heard of that before. We just call it baked macaroni and cheese. right? But it was called macaroni pie.
Is it in the pan or is it in a
It's
circle?
in the pan and it's baked.
Okay.
But we just call it macaroni. We call it baked macaroni.
Okay.
So that was good.
I don't ever use none of them names, but all right.
You're not Trinidadian.
Yeah. You're right.
You're not Trinidadian. We just call it baked macaroni where I'm from. Turkey. So it was pretty good, man. Some really good food, man. Her family was love. I think the only difference is like with my family is, well, it's a big difference in a way, just from culturally. Like I told Nat, I was like, I said, it was the night before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, we not gonna go by your people's house? She was like, for what? I like, man, to kick it, talk shit. Like, vibe. She was like, oh, we don't be doing that.
Huh. Thanksgiving Eve is a party night.
I'm like, yo, in my family, nigga, we all over there talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
We talking shit the night before.
Games, whatever.
Mm-hmm. You know? She was like, nah, well, they just be. I'm like, we smelling the food. I said, I talked about George, mama. I said, boy, see what my Aunt Nita was here? Thanksgiving Eve, Christmas Eve, man, I'm stealing food from her.
Yep.
I'm going to swipe my hand across the cake, everything.
Yeah.
Let me get, bring it out of my kitchen.
Get the little batter,
Get out of my kitchen, yeah.
On the bowl.
Get out of my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a little bit, man. Don't tell George.
Yep.
She was like, nah. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. So we were chill by her grandmother, who was 93, I think. So that was real good. You know, I just like vibing with her, man. It was a good vibe, huh? Her people.
Yeah.
Really good vibe, man. So that was good, man. Then me and her got to really vibe out and chill.
Mm-hmm.
They had an assassination in D.C. while we was out there. You know, some
Oh, yeah, I heard a little bit.
Yeah, so that was real bad. You know, definitely I don't like being in environments when that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to the lives, you know, salute to the man. I don't know if the lady passed. I think the lady passed away. I think the man was still in critical condition. I can't remember, but, you know, pray for their families. Know it's tough to
do
that.
Yeah.
And then I saw something on Instagram where these two ladies passed away in a burning house.
Out there?
I forgot where it was at. They went and got their daddy out the house. The house was burning. Everybody got out. Then they went back in to get their daddy. They got him out because he was in a he had amnesia all time. They went in to get him. He was in a wheelchair. They went in to get him, got him out, but they didn't make it out. Thanksgiving. So, man, it's just, again, that's why we talked about earlier, man. Like, we selfish enough to think that we wake ourselves up. We selfish enough to think that we gonna get the end of the day. We selfish enough to believe that. And that's such a selfish, such a, not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool. So anyway, it was good, man. Excited about what's ahead, excited about what's next. You know, my lady had a good time with me, man. You know, it was our first holiday together. Now she's trying to do this matching pajama thing. I'm like, bro, I don't even wear pajamas.
Bruh.
Like, I wear
matching
jogging
pajamas be hot, bruh.
I wear jogging pants. I don't even wear pajamas.
I wear a take now with my new body.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be wearing no matching pajamas.
That man say with my new body.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie though.
Man, flush this nigga.
Early, we do
Man, flush you! Flush it, bro.
Bruh, with my new body, I'm either no shirt or
Man,
a
he
tank.
said it again, man. Watch this dude, man. Bro, don't say that again.
Bruh, matching pajamas be hot. You know what I'm saying? But I can say, this Thanksgiving, I went crazy. I
Bro, this nigga said with my new body, bro.
He had to double up. Gotta double up.
This man said with my new body, bro. What the hell are we doing, bro? What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing?
You don't look in the mirror and just be like, word. Yep. Look at the mirror and be like, I see you.
Oh. These last 30?
These last 30. Yeah, bro. But man, I ate crazy. I slept good.
You ate crazy with your new body?
I did. I still went to the gym and worked out outside, but hey, I did, yeah. Yeah, man.
With my new body, bro. What the hell is going on, bro? I didn't sign up for this after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving. Man, with the bingo.
With your new body.
With my new body. I ain't playing with y'all today.
Oh my God, bro. With my new body is in freaking insane.
What we talking about today?
All right, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. We talk about Nvidia popping the AI bubble. We talk about Michael Burry attacking Tesla now. We talking about Santa Claus rally. We talking about is Google the new leader of the AI race? We got a lot to talk about today, man. Shout out to our people, man. We got Larry Morgan in the building. Salute, family. We got T-Mac in the building. I see you, brother. I see you. Double R, I see you. I see you. I see you. Pascal, this is not AI. This is not AI, man. Chops, I see you. I see you. I see you, family. I see you, man. KT, what's good, man? Belina, what's up, shorty? I see you, man. Shout out to J Mac. Shout out to Zach. Shout out Shazam X. I see you, man. I see you. I see you. I see you. Sean's Finest. I see you. I see you. I see you. Who I miss? Y'all going too fast, man. God damn, y'all starting going fast early. Double R. I see you. I said double R already. All right, Drift. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Rosso Show. I see you. Boom. I see you. Man, y'all going fast, man. God damn, I can't keep up with them. Jose. They killing me today, dog. They going super fast. They going super fast on me. A. Lynn, I see you. Philip Castle, I see you. Doje, I ain't never heard of that one before. I see. I see you. Tomorrow, I see you. One. Angel Martin, I see you. I see you. Mars Royale, I see you. I see you. I see you. Glory Bosom, I see you. Avatar, I see you. Jalen Smith, I see you. Drive to Trade, I see you. Carolina Blue, what's good, family? I see you. Red Shift, I see you. I see you.
Yeah, they definitely going too fast.
Davian, I see you. I see you. Angie, I see you. Ooh, hold up. My damn eyes hurt. Levi, I see you. Peter, I see you. Jalen Smith, I see you. Well, I definitely ain't saying that name. I ain't saying big in front of nobody name. You tripping, yeah? Superfly, I see you. Larry Morgan, I see you, family. Shazam X, I see you. Dancing Diamonds, I see you. I see my people in the building, man. Patreon, what's good, man? Chelsea, I see you. I see you. Tori Smith, I see you, Queen. Shout out to Tori, man. Y'all know she in the building. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. All right. My eyes hurt now, y'all. My eyes hurt. All right. Let's get to it, man. All right, Jose, how you feel, dog?
Man, like I said, I'm feeling real good. Got to chill with my grandma, 98. She running the bingo
Such
hall.
a blessing.
You know what I'm saying? In that thing, still got
She saw your new body?
Huh? I didn't. Well, she already said I ain't eating. Because she said I lost weight. You know what I'm saying?
See, I lost weight.
But nah, man, it was definitely a blessing, bro. Sean
say
went
I
out there
lost
with
weight.
me. My youngest son turned 18 on Saturday.
Whoa.
Yeah.
18 is a big age, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Getting them out, getting them out.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Getting them
All
out.
right. Let's get our mantra in, man. Y'all know how we go. Let's get our mantra in. Let's get our mantra in. If y'all new to the game, y'all new to the channel, man, that's our mantra. We say this each and every week. We say this because this is truly how we feel. This anchors us to what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am an architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. That's me, Sean. Your story. We got a lot to talk about as I want to get into the date, Jose. As we get into this last 30 days of the year, I think there's an energy that we need to have. I think there's a focus that we need to have. As of December 1st, the Fed halted what's called quantitative tightening. And we are about to get in the process of what's called quantitative easing, which could start as early as next year. We have a rate cut on the table. You know, it's questionable. We have the Trump administration actually doing something that I feel is preparing the market for it. He's talking about putting the person who's running for, I don't want to say running for, but the person who he is thinking about appointing as the new Fed. He's putting that out there for people to see. And I think that's strategic simply because the world don't know about this guy. So his name is Hesed, right? So Kevin Hesed he is expected to be the front runner for the market for the next Fed. Kevin Hesed. He spent his entire career arguing that the economy accelerates when capital stays cheap, right? And the Fed leans toward expansion instead of restraint. So you got to think about this. If Trump puts him in office, which we think he is, then that puts the policy back in where Trump wants rates low. Right? So now you're going to put somebody in office who is an advocate for what? Cheap money. And if you put somebody in office who's an advocate for cheap money, I'm not saying the market's going to run because there's a lot of other issues at place, but the market has a good chance of running because of that. Because the market loves optimism. And so when the market loves optimism, we know for a fact that the market's gonna run. So we gotta think about this guy, Kevin Hesed, right? And so what does it mean to lower rates? So you gotta think about this. So if we get this rate cut, that means it gets cheaper to borrow money, right? And then you get someone that comes in office around May to take that job over. You're talking about somebody who's gonna be for lower rates. So which means we already got a rate cut in play for December, and they're saying there's a good chance that we can get one in January. Nah, that depends on how Powell feel. You know what I'm saying? He just got on TV last night. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how he feel, because he may just be like, bro, I don't care what Donald Trump got going on. And you know, we see what that does to the market, right? And so because of that issue and because of that puts us in a situation. So just be mindful of that. And I think the reason why Trump is putting him in the front so that people can see it is so it's sounding like sending a signal out, hey, here's what's coming. Here's what's ahead. Here's what we're looking forward to. Like, here's is a good chance of who's going to be the Fed while I'm in office, and we're going to get some cheap money going. Now, of course, we got to talk about the 10-year of Japan. And the reason why I got to talk about that is because we talked about this a long time ago. We talked about it again on the show that I did. Japan is now saying this is the country that had interest rates at 0 or negative for 30 years, which means you were able to get money from Japan, bring it to America, or buy American bonds, or do whatever, convert it through the Forex market, right? And then pay little to nothing in return. So you go from 0 to 1.8, that's a big spike, right? And then you see Japan like doing what? Cashing out US bonds, because they like, yo, we good now. Like, we trying to make our system better now. We gave y'all 30 years. And what happens is people never think that something good is going to end. So everybody do what? Over leverage, 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 over leverage. Now we stand on a house of cards. So now when Japan starts to increase their yield or their rates, you was paying nothing for it, and now you paying 1.8%. You like, bro, that's a lot of money on hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars. So now what you got to do? You got to liquidate so you can either get off of it, so you can pay that, because now it's taken into your profit. So that becomes a liquidity drain. You feel what I'm saying? So we definitely got to be mindful of that as we move forward, as the Trump administration puts this guy, Kevin Hessen, in front of our face. Somebody who can definitely lean toward cutting rates more and more, which then gives Americans the opportunity, or banks the opportunity to, get cheap. People love cheap money, right? No matter what level of the game you at, people love cheap money. Why? You get cheap money that buy real assets that do what? Produce income. And those assets that produce income do what? Accelerate our wealth. So one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is why Trump spent a lot of money in bonds. That's going to really help us figure that out too. That's going to be something. He spent a lot of money buying U.S. bonds. So it's something that we definitely need to pay attention to. So I just wanted to keep that in our head, that seeing that the Fed is, seeing that we going into this, the goal is to have a Christmas rally, Santa Claus rally going into the end of the year. We know that December is that type of month, but, nothing seasonally has happened the way it's supposed to this year. Seasonality has whooped our ass this year. So, let's get into it, man. All right, what we got? Let's get to our recession portfolio, man. Let's get to our recession portfolio. All right, man, so we ain't gonna stay here long. Y'all know we here, man. We gonna turn up, man. We gonna turn up, man. So we still in these plays. ASML, I like the ASML. I like the AVGO. That was a new play we put in a group. I like these plays. GEV, just getting my teeth kicked in, but we're gonna keep stacking, keep rolling. Got a dope gold play in. Goldman Sachs let me down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We was positive, then we just had a halt, but we're gonna keep planning. Put a new meta play in, got the old meta play in, Netflix play in. So it's a lot of red on the screen like the Red Sea, but what I like about these plays is April plays, February plays, March plays, so we got time on them. The only one I'm really concerned about is that GEV and that meta play. Everything else, and it's because so much I got a lot in them. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, everything else is like, it's simple, if I'm being honest with you. Let's go a little further. Then we got the Nvidia play for April, the Palantir play, the STX, the Tesla, the UNH, and the Visa. So again, all the plays are out to April, May, March. All the plays are out. They got some time on them, so I'm not even concerned about them, if I'm being honest with you. You got time on the plays. I like that. I like it going into year end. If we can get 1 month to do what I think it's supposed to do, what I will say is I like the fact that we jumped on top of those. I like the way the market fought back Thanksgiving week, right? Which is why Monday and Tuesday didn't matter to me as much, because we went through a 5-day low volume where markets climbed out of a hole, right? Don't get me wrong, like after what happened last Thursday, man, listen here. The bears was growling. Rawr! They was tripping. They was talking. I'm on my YouTube talking about, we don't care. I'm on YouTube talking about, you lose. You know what I'm saying? And them boys smacked me Thursday. Pop, shut your stupid ass up. Boy, try to get my mind right, you heard me? So I like the fact that Friday, Saturday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, half day Friday. I like the fact that the bulls really kind of showed up. You know, Monday put a little more pressure. Crypto fell off the roof. Today was nah. You know what I'm saying? But I like that. You know, I'm still bullish, right? But I am optimistic on what we see, right? But I'm still real about what I see. I think we kind of in a zone where, if I'm being truthful, you need a heavy catalyst one way or the other.
What do you mean by that?
You need some news one way or the other that's going to either give somebody an advantage or that gives somebody the advantage. I think right now, bears are fighting. You know, right now, bulls are fighting. And nobody has a clear advantage going into the end of the year. Now, you can't say markets are still up. That's cool. But bears are definitely in striking. They done took us there a few times in the last 30 to 45 days. They done took us there. They done let us know, like, yo, ain't shit sweet. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, bulls fought back and found a way. But you need something. You need a rate hike. You need a Fed chair. You need a war to end. You need something. You know, you got Bitcoin falling out the sky like no tomorrow. You need some type of catalyst to push us forward to move higher. So that's my thing on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go a little further. Freedom Index still intact, man. CrowdStrike, Goldman Sachs, Meta, Netflix, Nvidia, Palantir, USAR. Ashan, we up 26%.
Come on.
That ain't bad. Still up after taking, what? AJG off, Sprouts Farmers Market off, Costco off.
Are you gonna keep USAR into the?
Gotta let that ride out for the year. Gotta have one bad one. It'll ride out for the year. You ride out for the year. So still up, still had a pretty good year. Up 26% ain't bad at all. See if we can just end the year around 30 would be good. If we can end the year around 30, 35, that'd be good. Thinking about buying one stock to finish the year out with. Think about buying one to finish the year out with. So we'll see how that go. But that's it, man. Also, we got 2 days. We got a 2-day event coming up on December the 12th, December the 13th. All in-person tickets have been sold. We have virtual tickets only. Virtual tickets only. Virtual tickets only. Shout out to everybody that's jumping on the virtual. I'm promised it's gonna be a really good event. You know, we talking market structure, we talking price action, we talking ascending channels, descending channels, how to set your trade view up the way I set mine up, core principles when it comes to entry and exit. Because the goal is to get you to go into these last 30 days and then get the first quarter with precision, with confidence. And I was listening to something the other day and it just gave me this epiphany. And it was simply that it was a boxing match. And the boxer was saying that you're not really fighting an opponent, you fighting your belief in what you think about the opponent. All right, and I was like, damn, that's good, because what happens is, in boxing, and probably in both cases, both people oftentimes did not pray when they get in the ring. Right? Unless you believe that, but I'll say it probably 70% of the time, fighters pray before they get in the ring. Because most of them say, I want to thank God. So you got two people that's praying before they get in the ring. In the press conference, you see two people saying what they're going to do to each other. But you can almost believe that both fighters feel different about each other after the first round. One person either feel like, yep, I got him. And one person is like, or maybe by the time the second, third round comes, that may happen. From that point on, you fighting your belief about the fight in front of you. So when I think about the market, it made me think that you're not actually going against the market. You going against your belief in the system you using to attack the market. Right? And if you gambling, then the market gonna treat you like that. Right? If you, cause watch this. I'm gonna be real with you. Charting is charting is charting is charting. Right? You're gonna have trend line traders. You have people that trade the strat. That's what you trade, right, Sean? You have people that mostly look at market structure. You have people that has certain patterns they look for. You can have, you have so many people that can look at a chart and see so many different things. The person who wins the most is the person who believes not only in themselves, but believe their system. No system works 100% of the time. So before you trade your system out, ask yourself, what is the going rate or win percentage of your system? Not just on you, but on people who use your system. So if I was somebody, a trend line trader, I would go look for the dude that did turtle trading. Why? Because all he did was trend line trade. Right? If I'm somebody that used ITC or ICT, I forgot what it's called, I'll go find a person who created that and I'll go look for that tribe. If I go look for the strat, I'll go look for somebody that traded that and find that tribe. VCP, I'll find that person, do that tribe. I will find the person that does that, that does it really, really well, and then study that. And every one of them will tell you that no strategy works 100% of the time. I'll go as far as to say no strategy works even 90% of the time. Which means every strategy has at least some type of flaw in it. Right? So the next thing I'm gonna say about that is don't go get strategy fatigue. Meaning you work on a strategy, this strategy don't work, I'm gonna go to another one. This strategy don't work, I'm gonna go, because you're trying to avoid the loss. The loss is not the thing that's killing you. It's have you done the strategy long enough to believe in it? Have you done the strategy long enough to believe in it? A belief is an embedded philosophy that what I'm doing is real and it works. Like for me, I believe in my heart, my belief system says the stock market is the #1 way to build wealth in America. That's my belief. I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe in the market more than I believe in entrepreneurship. Even though the market is filled with entrepreneurs. But watch this. It's the investors that drive the price of the entrepreneur stock, not the entrepreneur. Feel me? That makes sense, Sean? Yeah.
Then yeah, you driving the stock like the
Yeah.
founder ain't doing it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Investors drive the market, bro. And so for me, I'm asking myself simply, like, I'm telling you, my philosophy, I believe in the market more than I believe in entrepreneurship, because even though the market is full with entrepreneurs, it's the investors that drive the stock price. And a lot of those investors are people who work at funds who work under entrepreneurs, but they trade as an investors that are working at funds, and they work under big names. They going clocking on their job, but they wealthy. So I believe in investing more than I believe in entrepreneurship.
So again, so people could know, because this is where we started at, WallStreetLooksLikeUs.com for the 2-day event.
WallStreetLooksLikeUsNow.com. 2-day event.
Usnow.com.
Come
See, I'm
join
slipping
it.
myself.
WallStreetLooksLikeUsNow.com.
Oh no, there ain't no now. I'm slipping. I'm looking at it right now. But Wall
Just
Street
drop it in
looks
the
like
chat.
us.com.
Wall Street looks like us.com. Jose dropping it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's simple. Let's go a little further, man. All right, man, so everybody eats, yo. So the S&P 500 had its best Thanksgiving week since 2008, jumping 3.7%, adding $2 trillion in 3.5 days. You know what that was amazing to me? That's why I ain't mad at the little pullbacks from, you know what I'm saying? Because you ran up for 3.5 days. Think about it. You ran up $2 trillion in 3.5 days. Everybody think the market put us just do this. But here's what we got to understand. Here's what we know. In order to get a higher high, it has to step off of a what? A higher low. Come on, Sean, you slipped. You put a...
No.
I thought you was going to hit us with it.
Benton,
You heard me?
no. Benton in the back talking about lower high. So I'm...
No.
It caught me off guard. Look, I'm sorry, Benton.
Nah. Sean say, nah, nigga, that was Benton. I'm talking about some lower high. I'm talking about some lower high. Ain't no lower high, nigga.
He's
High low.
like Ralston be snitching.
All right, you be doing that too, Jose. You be doing that. George be pissed when you do it. That nigga George be heating with Jose. Hey, George be saying, ain't nobody ask you that, bro. Where it come from? But yeah, so that's why when the market, like I said, the market ran up 3.7% in a 3.5 day time span. Bro, that's insane.
Yeah. What?
That's insane.
It's really been 17 years since we
It put a squeeze on a lot of short sellers.
Yeah. Ooh.
The market's always a combination of, this is what I noticed, bro. So I read something that said, this was so good to me. I read something that said, you cannot master the chart until you've looked at 10,000 of them. I said, oh my God. 10,000 hours in the chart. But every time you look at the chart, I think something you should learn. You should find, your goal should be every time you look at the chart, what can I find that I didn't know before? So like, I be learning so much stuff, bro, about like, I was studying something not too long ago talking about liquidity compression. Is when a stock price gets compressed under a liquidity zone before hitting it. And I said, what? And I was like, what? It was like when a stock, has a run up and it approaches the liquidity zone and it starts to compress it. Like the volume shrinks, the body shrinks, it starts getting real coiled up and it's right under a liquidity zone. And I was like, yo, you heard of that before?
Probably not in that language.
Not in that manner though, right?
Yeah, not.
I think that's what it was like. Hearing the term made me say, oh, I like that. And I always say to people that it's the way you talk to the chart helps you develop as a trader. Like your communication with it, the way you can navigate. That's why we say candle communication. So every time I'm looking at a chart, I'm always trying to learn more. Because when I hear people that are great say they keep learning, in my mind, why would I stop? And so just consistently learning. So that was really just good hearing that. But that's why I don't be mad on little pullbacks after the market done ran for 5 days or something like that. $2.2 trillion in 3.5 days is a lot of bread, y'all. So the market gonna pull back a little bit, right? It's almost exhausted or overextended a little bit. But we can't let a couple days say this is how the month gonna go. We can't let a couple days say this is how the month gonna go. All right, let's go a little further, man. How often does the stock market decline? Watch this. 1%, 50 to 60 times a year. 3%, 7 to 8 times a year. 10%, 1.1 times a year. 15% every 2 years. 20% every 3.5 years. 25% every 5.7 years. I want you to just think about that for a second. So you get a 1% drop about 50 to 60 times a year. That's baked in.
Yeah, that's a lot too. 50 to 60 is a lot. That's a lot.
50 to 60 times a year. You get a 3% at least 7 to 8 times a year. That's insane. I think, and I won't go, I think you get a 5%er anywhere between 3 to 5 times a year. I think it's 3 times a year. Then you get a 10%er once a year. So I was saying this in my group. One of my people was like, yo, we getting the, remember I told you? Like, man, we getting a 10 to 20% drop. And I was like, bro, like, you know, I ain't really mad at your thesis. But 10 to 20%?
Yeah.
This late in the year? I'm not saying it can't happen. The one thing I never say in this market is never. I'll never say never. But to get a 10 to 20% drop going into the strongest quarter of the year,
It'd have to be something really bad, like Trump.
nah, yeah, still got 30 days left. And I'm not saying because we don't get a rate cut, we gonna see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to drop 10 to 20% in the last 2 months of the year, not saying it's not possible. Boy, this is a strong month. That gotta be a strong. Now, it came close.
Yeah.
I think the S&P dropped 4.7%. The NASDAQ dropped right at 7%. So 3% away, he wasn't off. Wasn't too far off, and he still was, I think he maybe overshot.
Yeah.
I think if you say like 5% of them, like, I can see that. Because I told you, you was like, I can see 10. I was like, Sean, 10? Like, you know, we got to go for 10?
Yeah, we got to go far. That's, yeah.
10 is a lot. Again, still got a lot to go, still got a long way to go. And I'm not even necessarily saying he wrong because we got a lot, but to get it before the end of the year says, like, we got to bottom out.
Or he knows something we don't. Like, that's
You on your Michael Burry shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I said, you know, but I was wrong. I was like 3 to 5. I see that. It went to, the S&P did 4. The NASDAQ did 7 and some change. So he still needed another 2 and some change, 2.5 to go to 10. But I just didn't see 10. 10 is a long way. 10 is a long way, bro. 10 is a long way down. Especially, too, because we had one early in the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a 30 ball.
Wait, it was 30? It was 30%?
That thing dropped about 30%. Well, I know Nvidia was down. I think the S&P was down at the high 20%. In April?
Yeah, S&P wasn't as much as NASDAQ, but it did pull back
Yeah.
substantially, yeah.
I think in April, S&P was down right at 20%, bro. NASDAQ
We pulled
got
all that back.
flushed.
Yeah.
Got flushed. But I don't see that happening twice in 1 year. Now, if you tell me it's gonna go 10% in 2026, I'm gonna say, yeah, you probably I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff stacking up. But my goal was just the numbers. We don't get drops like that twice in 1 year.
So when do you think that could happen in 2026? Like you
What
said,
do I
there's
think will
stuff
happen in
stacking up.
2026?
Yeah, like a potential 10% drop. Like, what would need to happen?
Man, keep your head on a swivel. Here's what I would say about the economy, man, and I'm gonna just be real. You can't ignore what you see in front of your face. We can't ignore what we see in front of our face, man. We see people losing jobs. We see this Chinese yen. You know, we see, you know, rate cuts gonna hurt people that already can't afford stuff. Rate cuts gonna hurt people more and more. China and America not on the same side. Both of them separating from each other so they can don't be dependent on each other. I can see us getting a 10% drop next year. I can see a full correction, not a recession, but I can see a full correction happening next year. Gold running up like this, anytime gold running up like that, that means people running for safety, and that means people are gold and silver.
Yeah.
Gold and silver. Silver breaking record highs. I ain't even getting the silver play because I ain't want to chase it. I was like, I ain't going to chase it. But when gold and silver running like that, outperforming the S&P like that, it's telling us that people are looking for safety. 100%. Let's go a little further. All right, so here we go. We are in December. All right, we are in December. And what does that mean? This is the second best month. So this is why I like, now again, if you ask anybody, we ain't got shit we was supposed to get this year. We ain't got shit we was supposed to get this year. But if it go like we think it's gonna go, I see a strong January and I see a strong December. That's why my plays are to March. My goal is to capitalize off a strong January, a strong December, get out, cash up. Cash up. That's why same thing happened last year. Like March, I got my money right, and then bottom, and then I was like, ooh, this the fall. Got in, bottom some more. I said, oh, hey, because April supposed to be love. So let's go a little further, man. I think we get the Santa rally, man. I think we get the Santa rally that goes into January, bro. I think we get the Santa rally that goes into January. I think you get the December cut, you get the January cut. I think that puts us right in where we got to go at.
So you think we're going to hit all-time high by the end of the year?
My call was 6,800. We hit the 68, and I said, I think we could do 7,000. I think we can do 7,000 by year end, bro. On the S&P, 100%.
The last 30.
It's 30 days. Last 30. That ain't but 100 points, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't but
Yeah, there's only a few good
maybe 200 points?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Good week or two actually could get there.
Yeah, come on, ain't nothing but 200. Bro, that ain't nothing but one day. The market do that in one day.
Yeah.
100 points. Boom. Rate hike.
Out of here.
Rate hike gonna take us into Christmas, man. And that's right there, bro. We do that on December the 9th. December 9th.
Let's see.
December 9th. All right, man, listen, man. So gold forecast. So we got some people that has forecasts out on gold. Gold price, gold is on a magnificent run. Forecasted to go to 4,400 in 2026. Some banks even have it at 4,600 in 2026. Major upside. Deutsche Bank. Say, listen, you see that word? That's how that word is said. Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is a huge bank.
How many times did you mess up to get it right?
None. I just hear him say it on TV all the time.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I've been hearing him say it on TV for 10 years. I was like, Deutsche Bank, what is that? I'll be looking for it, I'll be like, that's how you say that word? I've been tweaking to say it too, you hear me? Deutsche Bank. All right, so Deutsche Bank has...
Who you bank with, Deutsche?
Can you take me up to the Deutsche Bank?
Yeah, go to Deutsche
check.
Bank, yeah. What?
What?
Yeah. So Deutsche Bank has raised its gold price forecast for 2026 to 4,400 per ounce. Hey, there was some, tell y'all missed it, but most people carried on a little bit. They had some Black Friday sales on gold if you go to the right sites. I can't promote nobody because that ain't my business, but go to the right sites. It has some Black Friday sales on gold. You want the American Eagle, you want the Buffalo, or you'll settle for the Canadian Maple Leaf. I just gave you some game. Do what you want to do with that. Do what you want to do with that. You want the American Eagle, the American Buffalo, or the Canadian Maple Leaf. Those are the big three.
Those are coins?
You can get them in coins. That's what you want. I would prefer you to get the coins. Right? Don't go out here and go buy you a kilo.
The bricks.
Because somebody going to rob you. You know why they going to rob you? Because who going to give you the money that you need for the kilo in the times where you need the gold? Think about it. If I need the gold and I got the kilo, what, you gonna shave off it?
Nah, you're right. You can't break that down.
You feel me, cuz? Oh, you got the kilo? Bet. I got you. Man, give me that, man.
Wait, you saw the kilo first, then you put the mask on.
Yeah. No, I put it down.
Oh.
I had it on, put it down. Because you gotta see it. You gotta make sure you got it. Well, that's where it's at? All right. Man, come here, man. You in full purge mode at that point.
Oh, man.
Telling y'all, hey, listen to me. Them people building them underground bunkers,
Bruh.
y'all.
I told you I went down a rabbit hole. The bunkers is bunkering.
The people building the underground bunkers, y'all. Telling y'all, shit is real. Guns, armor.
They know something.
Look, guns, gold, protection, water, batteries, non-perishable food items. That's what we need. Don't come to the Freedom Center. I'll let you know. Don't come here. We're gonna have George on lookout.
So remember the last episode we said guns?
Guns.
You gotta teach them how to shoot the guns.
All right,
Get your water, non-perishable food
water,
items,
non-perishable
first aid
food,
kits,
first aid
flashlights,
kit, flashlight,
silver and gold coins,
silver and gold.
and the 3 and the 4-wheelers.
We gotta have a 3 4-wheeler. I'd rather have 4-wheeler.
Bro, I told you I went down a rabbit hole. They like, yo, they buying spots in the middle of nowhere. They got 4 or 5 bunkers all over. They said that they got the private jets already ready, and they said, hey, you, the pilot, and your family, you can live in the bunker with us, but we got to be able to run at any point, at any
So
time.
what you thinking they're gonna let you get on a private jet?
I mean,
Man, as soon as they see that jet, nigga shooting that, man. They taking that out the air, cuz. Cuz, they think they're gonna let the private jet go? Man, come on, man.
what's a 308?
Oh, we not that kind of show.
Okay.
Not that kind of show. Just know they put big holes in your body. So, expected rate. Gold is projected to trade between 39 and 49. Dang. 39.50 and 49.50 per ounce over the next year, with the upper end hitting 14% above current by December 2026. Sean, you trade gold futures?
Man, I do. But how do I say this? They move crazy. Like
What?
I trade like NASDAQ, like NASDAQ, like it moved crazy. Now gold, different beast. Like
I want to start trading gold futures, man.
it's scary. You can make a lot, but you can lose a lot.
Because I be watching them.
Yeah.
I want to start trading gold futures. On my own little, What's driving the optimism awesome? Deutsche Bank. Cites resilient investor demand, strong central bank buying, and limited supply response, all supporting higher prices. ETFs creating a price floor. Strong ETF inflows help anchoring gold around 39, reinforcing its role as a safe haven. What risks to watch? Potential headwinds, including gold's positive correlation with risk assets, tighter and tighter expected U.S. Fed policy, which is loosening up, and then slower central bank buying. 2027 forecast. Despite this, Deutsche Bank maintains a 5150 price forecast for 2027, signaling confidence in gold's long-term trajectory. Every year I be saying I won't do this, but this year I'm gonna do it. In the beginning, January 3rd, when we come back to the market, I'm putting a 12-month Option, call, on, gold. I'm not gonna touch it at all. I just want to see what it's gonna do.
Not mad at it.
12 months, 1 year,
GLD.
probably GLD, and just see what it do. Just cook. Whatever it go through, that's what it go through.
That up. I'm not mad at it. Wait, what strike price would you get?
I don't know. I gotta see
You don't
that.
know? Okay.
Gold off my chain. Gold all of my watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Homie.
Don't believe me, just watch.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
You
family
did.
show.
I just go a little further, man.
Yo, Trap, I got a question for you. I want to know, when is the next time you were planning on having the 2-day trading hot seat? I'm not gonna be able to make it this time, unfortunately. And the second question, what do you think, or what do you think gold will outperform, like 2025, gold and silver, or is the rally over? What is your thought process on that? Thanks, Trap.
Man, I don't know, man. I know I'll go for 2026. It's to do a mixture of free and paid events coming forward. Like, I know we want to bring our portfolio masterclass back. That was a 2-day or 3-day?
2.
We're going to bring that back because people enjoyed that portfolio masterclass, the options masterclass. Then we want to do some free investing classes. So we got some stuff we want to do.
Live charting.
Huh?
Live charting.
Oh, that could go in the options masterclass.
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah.
the same. Probably do some advanced wealth investing, like where I bring some people in that do some advanced stuff, like, you know, like real advanced stuff. Like some dividend classes. We're gonna do a lot, man. We're gonna do a lot coming up. So we got a lot coming up going into the new year that we mapping out. We just talked about it. We see gold going. I kind of see it going too. We smacked it in the Patreon a couple times, and then we lost on one. I think we smacked on it 2 times, lost on the third one. Now we back into another one. But I can see it with what's going on right now. I can see it. I don't know if I see 5,000, but I definitely can see it hitting like 4,400 in 2026. 5,000 may be steep, but I can definitely see it hitting 4,400. For sure. For sure. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so this week we got our Trap of the Week is Richard Allen, right? Was a minister, educator, and one of the most influential black leaders in early America. In 1794, he founded the African Methodology Episcopal Church, AME, in Philadelphia, the first independent black denomination in the U.S., and later became its first bishop in 1816. Allen worked to uplift the black community by organizing literacy programs and promoting political strategies while insisting on unity with enslaved people. Under his leadership, the AME Church spread widely among the free black communities in the South, leaving a lasting legacy of faith and empowerment. Richard Allen
was born enslaved as Richard the Negro on February 14, 1760. At age 7, he and his family were sold to a Delaware farmer. Here, Allen worked as a field hand. By the age of 17, his family was separated, and Allen would never see them again. Around this time, he had a spiritual awakening, converted to Methodism, and joined the local Methodist Society. There he attended classes on a weekly basis and learned to read and write. His owner, Stokely Sturgis, took notice of his slaves going to church and further encouraged it. Sturgis himself would later convert to Methodism and allowed his slaves to eventually purchase their freedom. And in 1780, at the age of 20, Richard the Negro purchased his freedom for a sum of $2,000 and took upon the last name Allen. As a freeman, Allen worked as a woodcutter and drove a salt wagon to support himself. Traveling throughout the region, Allen also preached the gospel to both blacks and whites in New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. He later settled in Philadelphia, joined the St. George First Methodist Church, and began preaching there in 1786. His sermons attracted so many black parishioners to the church that it became a problem. The white leadership of the church began discriminating against black attendees by restricting their movements and placement throughout the church. Dissatisfied with this unequal treatment, Allen and others left the church in 1787 and formed the Free African Society. The Free African Society became a place of communion to support the local black community, as well as a mutual aid society that assisted fugitive slaves and new immigrants. They also held classes to teach blacks to read and write. The congregation soon amassed enough funds to purchase land and built the Bethel African Church, which later became the Mother Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church. As it stands today, the AME Church is the oldest property in America owned by African Americans. In 1799, Allen became the first African American ordained in the ministry of the Methodist Episcopal Church. And in 1816, the AME Church elected Allen as its first bishop. Richard Allen was perhaps one of the most influential black leaders during the 18th century, and his works and legacy continue to live on to this day.
Come on, man. I heard about AME churches. I ain't never knew that's what that meant either. African
Methodist.
Methodist Episcopal. Pepper that? Bumper? Bumper a preacher? That's our cousin. Dang, I didn't know he was a preacher. Preacher man, running the crane. Wow. In Dallas? Baton Rouge. At the
Assistant pastor in Baton Rouge.
That's good. Let's go a little further, man.
Hey, what's up, Trav? This is Danny. I really appreciate you, Jose, and everybody at the Freedom Center for taking my question and for all of the knowledge that you put out there. It's really made it more accessible to understand the market and to feel that I can take action and educate myself and break through a lot of these barriers in my mind. I've taken all your courses, and it's been a real change in me actually taking action because I feel like I can understand all this. I'm wondering if the mindset, initial goals or ambitious goals that I have in my head right now are too aggressive, maybe. A goal of eventually cracking 5K a month, if not this month, then next month. And I'm wondering if that's like not a productive mindset to have, as I'm still kind of within my first, you could say, 20 trades. Should I be aiming for just smaller goals at the start? Because I'm hungry and I think that ambition is a good driver.
Man, so first of all, congratulations for being in your first 20 trades. Like, that's phenomenal. That's amazing. What I will say is I'm okay with that goal, but I think because you knew the goal should be mastering the system. I think a lot of times we get focused on the money part of it and we miss the idea that the money you make is a byproduct of a system. So like one of the guys was telling me yesterday in a group, he hit me, he said, Trap, because we got out of a play. A small loss. And he said, Trap, that play had an RSI over 70, man. We should have knew it was gonna pull back. And I said, let me tell you something. Runners run. Runners run. It's not odd to have a play that has an RSI over 70. My $1 million play was Nvidia was trading above 70 RSI, right? A lot of times it happens. Now, is it ideal? I'm not gonna say it's. Now, I will say this: if I got a play that's running around 80 or something, I ain't gonna get in it. I'm gonna just be like, nah, that's too oversold. But like, I've been in plays that the RSI 70, 71, it's flirted there for a little while, you know, and still crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, that happens. Like, I've seen plays that's oversold at 20. I mean, oversold at like 30, 32. And guess what? They keep going. 20, 17. They get oversold like crazy. Like, the RSI is a gauge, right? What you got to ask yourself is, and I don't want to even go deep into that, coming back to you, I'm saying, is you're in 20 trades, what are you learning from the 20 trades? Is it just, I got 20 trades right? Why did I get them right? What did I get wrong in the trades? Especially in some of our trades, some of your own trades. What is the system behind a trade? I think the $5,000 that you want to do a month can easily be $10,000, $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month if you perfect the system. I think the biggest issue that a lot of people have, they come in trade and they're like, yo, I'm gonna make this much money. That's cool. That's what we all get to the market for, until you get in the market and realize, wait, if I don't get a system, I'm always at the whim of whatever the market won't do. Until you get a system, right? And I can tell you the biggest drawdown on my system in the beginning, and it's something I've been changing, was because I had so much fortitude, I would let the drawdown be like, bro, I don't care, because I done shook back 70% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like I ain't tripping on the drawdown. I got this much time on it. But then as I started building my account bigger, and I'm not gonna lie, that 1.5 was such a big lesson for me. That 1.5 was such a big lesson for me. I put this in the Patreon the other day. I said, bro, like, the last couple plays we've been in, the last 3 plays we've been in, I'm like, yo, I've been telling them, yo, if it hits this, we just get out of it. And if it come back, we get back right. And somebody said, Trap, why you doing that now? And I said, because, bruh, like, it took so much mental fortitude to come out of a $1.5 million hold, dog. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't down, I wasn't scared, but it took so much mental fortitude to come out of a $1.5 million hold. So many plays I missed. You know, so many plays I was in that killed it. So many plays, like damn. Like, I got out this play a little early, could I had another 10, 15% in it, because I'm just like, yo, I gotta chip it down little by little. You know what I'm saying? And then you get out of it, and then I took a loss with freaking Spotify that pissed me the hell off, because I fought so hard. And I was like, we sitting up here. Then it took a chunk out of what I was sitting. I'm like, bro, no. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you should always be learning, you should be always getting better, and every loss should teach you something. There's data in the wins, there's data in the losses, and I'll tell you this, a lot of wins cause arrogance, a lot of losses cause humility. Right? Wins cause arrogance, losses cause humility, but you learn way more from your losses than you do from your wins. And it should be like that. And so that's why I'm not gonna lie, that's why I tell people, like, bro, I go look for mentors that have been killing it, bro. Because you should never stop learning, especially when I learned that people I look up to still have mentors. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. So I don't think it's the money is a problem. I think the goal should be, how do I perfect my system? Because once you get a system that's putting you in position 80% of the time, 90% of the time, you can knock it out the park. I'm about to tell you something that's gonna be really, really crazy, that you're really gonna be like, what the hell? Watch this, bro. I was doing some research on just percentages, and I read something where an investor, a trader, another word, the best thing to study is people that won championships, said that listen to this blew my mind. He said a 40% win percentage overall still puts you in the upper echelon of winning traders. I could go, what? So as I'm reading, he gave more context. He said, you should be able to see early on if your trade is right or wrong. If it's wrong, cut it. If it's right, let it run. He said, and just reading that, he said, and what that does is it takes you can take 5, 6, 7 small losses, and one win can not only beat those small losses, but be more than those small losses. And that was just okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's mostly just about learning your system. So I think if you master a system, stick with the system. Don't get style fatigue where you trying to learn 19 different styles. Get one style, and this goes back to the 10,000 trade charts things. What happened if you took one style and put it on 10,000 charts? What would happen to you if you took one style and put it on 10,000 charts? And every time you lost, you Google, you journal what you did right, what happened. You journal, and when it goes wrong, you journal what went wrong. And every time you also describe what you saw and what your emotion was. So when it went right, what did you see? When it went wrong, what happened? What was the emotion? What was the mindset? If you did that 10,000 times, you know why I say that 10,000 times and I keep bringing that up? Because when we look at pro athletes that play football, they didn't just start playing football the year before they came pro. They done played pee-wee football. They done played park ball. They done played school ball and done played college ball. They got their 10,000 reps in. Very few people haven't played. Now, don't get me wrong, there are anomalies. Like, there are anomalies where people didn't play ball the whole while. Like, they got people that didn't play all, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, 80% of the people that do the thing, like, they got their 10,000 reps in. Why is it when it comes to trading, we got to be successful overnight? Especially if you want to look at it as a career, if you want to look at it as something that's going to change your life. Why is it that we got to be successful overnight? I can tell you why. Because we let social media pressure us. Nobody tells the person who wants to play football, you got to be successful tomorrow. They say, yep, you're going to go through this, you're going to go through this. Nobody tells the boxer that's boxing, he got to be successful tomorrow. Nobody tells the surgeon, you got to be the best tomorrow. But when it comes to trading, you got to be successful tomorrow or you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Excuse my language. Or you got 50 million people telling you, you should have did this, you should have did that, you should have did this, you should have did that. And you say, hey, guess what? I like all that. Put your money on the board and then let me see you act under pressure. That's why I show the portfolio every week. It don't really matter to me. Because what you can't take away is, bro been showing us that shit from 2022. When he started that shit with 400,000, ran that bitch up to almost 5 million, made $1 million play, took 806 y'all, bought a building, still had that bitch over 4 million. Lost 1.5, so far have gotten that back up a little bit, not much as I want to. I can't wait to show that at the end of the year. But it's just saying, like, bro, like, it is what it is. Is this year the ideal year for me that I want? Nah, it's not, right? But if I can win, if I lead this year with 6 figures, I ain't mad at this year coming out of $1.5 million hole. Will I compare myself to other traders who probably up $1 million or something? Nope, I'm not. You know why? Because I taught myself something new. What was that? Nigga, you came out of $1.5 million hole, my nigga. Pat yourself on the back. Keep going. And so I just, I would rather you focus on mastering what it is you want to learn or whatever, whatever style you have, master that. Even if it's mine, like how do you take my blueprint and add some stuff to it to make you better? Then the $5,000 a month is a no-brainer. Let's go. Nvidia popped the AI bubble. Man, like when I listen to that, bro, but I'm listening to what this dude doing, I'm listening to what's going on, and I'm like, bro, like he on another level. Nah, I will say, I don't put nothing past nobody. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When Michael Burry compared the dude to Enron, bro, it did make me think, like, wait, hold up. Like, is they cooking these books, you heard me? Like, because I think they said something like, these bills not paid. They played some other stuff around. I was like, damn, that's a hell of a game. Because even though I can go through a balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement, I could go through it, there's still a next level of accounting that has to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Creative accountants.
Huh?
They're doing that creative accounting.
They got some next level accounting that could be going on. Because you got to think. They got to report this to the FTC. I mean, the SEC, they gotta go through this and see this. So for, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, dog, like that's crazy. And in my mind, I'm like, boy, that would be crazy if this is an Enron moment, this would shake the whole AI world. Yeah. If this is an Enron moment. Bro, you know how Enron shook the market? That was one of the best companies on the market. You know how Lehman Brothers shook the market? And I was just like, bro, if this is boy, that would be crazy. But, you know, bro, like going crazy right now, bro. Revenue estimated I talked about it the other day, bro. Like, the people made $57 billion in 1 quarter. Then he upped the ante and said, yep, in Q4, we probably gonna do 65. I'm like, bro, what the hell kind of, what? Blackwell sold out. Then he came back and said, yep, don't even worry about China being an issue for us, y'all. We looking at 500 billion without China. That's a plus. So like what he's doing with this company is just like next level. It's something we ain't never seen before. Look at this revenue guidance beat, estimates by 5.2%, right? Like, I don't know, man. You know, like this is just phenomenal with what he doing. You got people that believe in Michael Burry that much though. And as of right now, Mike ain't really been, I'm not gonna say he ain't been wrong, but right now he's right. As far as what he's doing to the stock price. Cause Palantir and Nvidia ain't caught a break since he put that shit out. I ain't gonna lie, if I was Jensen, I'd be like, bro, put your money where your mouth is. Not on that, I got 100 million say what you saying is wrong. I would be on some bullshit. Like, I'd be like, dog, bet. I'll like defend my stock, dog.
That'd make the stock run.
I'll be like on some bet. You feel like that? I see you got them shorts, and guess what? Not only am I gonna buy back stock, but I'm gonna take 100 million of my money, and I put 100 million to what you got to say. Let's go through the books, and I can show you. Let's go. Like I would be on some raw dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, but Jensen got that swag though. He not like Ackman or.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, that's how I'll be. I'll be like, bet, like, I feel you, bro. Like, I feel like you want to short our stock. That's cool. I have no problem with that. But let's take it a little further. Let's take it another step further. Like, I got 100 M's. Cash. No stock options, nothing from the market. I got 100 M's out of my pocket to 100 M's out your pocket that this thing ain't what you say it is. That this is what it is. Let's talk about it. Like, that's why I can't be a CEO of something like this, because that's the type of work I'll be doing. Like, yep, you want to short the stock? I ain't mad at that, but I got 100 million. You know what that would do to the stock? Nigga!
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Come up off 100 M.
And we thought Elon was bad. Shoot.
That's how you talk crazy though, you know? Like, but what I love about the market, I was telling somebody this the other day, like, what I love about the market is like, that's why I say the stock market is where the real gangsters at, dog. Cause like, it ain't about killing you. It's about like, I won't break you. Like, I don't want your kids to go to private school. I don't want your wife to go to the country club. I want you to go like, I want you to start over. Like, that's how this game go, bruh. That's why I love this game, dog, because you get to like, yeah, like I want to see you start over.
And it's, you know what's funny? Starting over to us is like 5 figures, 6 figures. Watching billions change the. I
keep telling people that, dog. Like, if you really, I'm telling you, bro. Like, and I hate to say this, dog. I'm not gonna say who put me on this because I don't want to just cause no ruckus. But it was the beginning of the pandemic. And he said, hey, bro, I think you'll love this show called Billions. And I was like, what? Like, man, I think you'll love this show called Billions. I was like, all right, bet. And this person not even in stocks at all. Like, man, I think you'll like this show called Billions, bro. I think that it'll give you, like, you got an idea, but I think this will change, like, your perspective on a lot. I was like, all right, bet. pandemic, bro. I'm sitting in the crib, bro, and I watched the first episode. I was like, okay. By the time I got to like episode 4, 5, 6, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, season 1 was definitely out the gate. They said, we're gonna hit you hard that first.
I was like, yo, okay.
And that was the lightest it ever was.
Huh?
That was the lightest.
That
it
was
ever
the, it got heavier.
It got heavier.
And it got heavy, bro. And it just started making me see like nothing in the market is by happenstance. Every news headline, every analyst call, what people doing, like everything is because somebody is, so people like, that's market manipulation. And my favorite thing to say is the whole market is manipulated, bro. Don't you for a second think that nothing about this market ain't manipulated, dog. Don't you think for a second that Michael Burry saw a crack somewhere in Nvidia and in Palantir and he exploiting it. How is he exploiting it? He didn't have Twitter in 2008. He didn't have Twitter in 2005. That boy be on there every day, all day, dropping all type of, look at this, 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 driving hoopla. He ain't had that in 2005. He ain't had that in 2007. He ain't had that in 2008. But he got it right now. Let's go a little further, man. I just wanted to say that. All right, the Mag 7 face-off. So right now, Tesla is expensive. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Meta, and then we have the S&P. We see which one is the cheapest, but who gives us the best value here? Let's go a little further right quick. Look at this showdown. So watch this. Tesla, Amazon, Meta, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia at 32%, and then Google took off, right? Here's my thing. One, is Google the new AI leader? And here's why I like them. Now, we played Google a few times. I think Google at 306 is a strike. If it can go to 306, I think that's when you strike it. It done fell right back into the gap. It done fell right back into the previous all-time high. I think Google at 306 is a strike. Right? I think that's a good strike. Retest where it came from. I think right now, I forget the price. I don't want to try to look it up. I think 306 is a good strike if you get it there. If not, you don't chase it. But Google came out and said, yo, we got the full stack. You like that? Sean said, I like that. I like that. Right? They came out and said, yo, we got the full stack. And that's what made them run. AVGO, we got a full stack. Run. I'm going to tell you why I like that, because now I don't got to watch earnings no more and say, damn, the whole market depending on Nvidia. Because now you see other people saying, yo, we got a full stack. We competing with them. We got, we got the TPU. And I know people going to say, yo, the TPU and the GPU is different. That's cool. I get it. But there's other companies now like, yo, we out here. I like that. It's broadening. I like that. I also like what Nvidia said. I'm glad they're doing that. But we are years ahead. We look what he said. We're a generation ahead of them. I like that too. So which company, if we go back one, which company gives us the most value? Let's go back one. Which one gives us the most value? Definitely not Tesla. They're expensive. I'll be real. I like Google and Nvidia for the most value. My lineup would be Nvidia, Google, AVGO, they not on there. Google, Nvidia, Google, I will go Nvidia, Google, AVGO. Then I will go, watch this, I will go Apple, Meta, Amazon.
Yeah.
I will go Nvidia, Google, AVGO, Apple, Meta, Amazon. That would be my 5.
You did that in the right order too.
Huh?
You did that in the right order too.
Yeah.
You did that in the right order.
I like that. I would run it like that. I would go Nvidia, Google, AVGO, Apple, Meta, Amazon. That would be my 5. Let's go a little further. MIT says AI cloud could replace 1.2 trillion in US jobs. MIT releases a study showing that artificial intelligence could already replace 11.7% of the US labor market, equal to about 1.2 trillion in wages across finance, healthcare, and professional services. The research used the Iceberg Index, a labor stimulation tool developed by MIT and Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which models how 151 million US workers interact and how AI adoption and policy changes could affect them. We know, listen, this is not just coming, this is here, y'all. It's not just coming, y'all, it's here. And it's gonna keep on advancing. So I say you better learn how to trade, invest now. You need to learn how to trade, invest now, and you need to learn how to start some type of business where you get you some money. Because once they take your job, they ain't giving it back to you. So you might well learn how to do it now before they take it. Use the money you got now to learn how to trade, invest, and start a business, because once they take your job, they not giving it back. And now you can now invest and trade the same company that laid you off. Oh. Come on. Bet. Ain't nothing better than, Hey, I'm gonna tell you something gangster shit I did. So we was in Lake Charles, and I was working in Lake Charles, cuz when I walked off the job, I was working for a company called Sasol. I remember shorting Sasol stock for 6 months. Took a screenshot and sent it to my foreman, and I said, thank you. On everything I love. On everything I love. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to do puts that good, but I knew that that stock wasn't that good. Like the 5-year on it was negative. I remember shorting Sasol stock for 6 months. I just put a 6-7 month put on, bro, and just didn't touch it. And then I probably made like $10,000, $15,000. And then I remember, it was during the pandemic, and I remember taking that screenshot, sending it to him. It had Sasol, SSL. I sent it, the $10,000. He said, what this was? I said, you laid me off, and I went against the stock for 6 months. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go a little further.
Say, man, hey, man, what's the deal, baby? My name is Clement Walton III. I'm known in both of the groups as Sugar Free Syrup 1100. So I have a 2-part question about how to guide my son through the markets. Right now, he is 14 years old. So the first part is, how would you recommend, I mentally and emotionally prepare him to navigate the markets on his own, with the information that I already have available to me? I got basically the fundamentals course, and I also have the options course, and I also got some financial flashcards. So, how would you recommend, so how would you go about, preparing your child to navigate the markets on their own? The second part to this question is, right now I only have a couple of shares of Nvidia in his custodial account, and I was just wondering what else types of stocks do I need to be throwing in there to help accelerate the growth. So by the time he's 18, 21, whatever the age limit is, he'll have a good little nest egg that he can sit back and keep building upon. Thank y'all for everything you do, and I'm looking forward to seeing and meeting everybody next week.
Oh, man, what's up,
My
bro?
boy says sugar-free syrup 1100. He in both of the groups. That's his name. Sugar-free syrup 1100. I ain't mad at it.
What's up, King? First of all, salute to you for putting your little one on. I think we start with the flashcards and the fundamental course. I think, and what we do is you teach them with real money. So you do something like, let them do something to earn some money around the house or something, pay them something to earn something around the house, and then break it down to them like you the government. Say, all right, well, of this $100, 30 of it, you got to pay tax with. So now you got $70 left. How you gonna invest and save this $70? I want you to invest this part, I want you to save this part, right? And I want you to take this little bit for yourself. So now you'd already taught him this how the world work. right? But then the next thing you say is, now, if you had a business, you wouldn't have to, if you had a business instead of a side job, you wouldn't have to pay 30%. You don't have to pay 20%, right? So now you're teaching them why it's important to start a business rather than just working for the money, right? So that's one thing you just showed them. Then the next thing you say is, how to invest. And you go through the flashcards, make them remember certain things, make them remember certain things. A is for asset, B is for bank, C is for credit. D is for, dividends, right? You walk through them through that. And I said, the trading should be the last thing you teach them. The investing should be the first thing you teach them. I'll spend a year just on investing. The first year is on investing and letting him, testing him, going in the store, be like, is this a public company or not? Going in the store and be like, hey, go get 10 items and 7 of them out of the 10 of them got to be companies traded on the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do stuff like that to get him engaged in it. Like, all right, boom. Like, he watching YouTube. All right, bet. What company on YouTube? Oh, you don't know? Bet. Deduction. You know what I'm saying? Reward them and deduct it. All right. Hey, what company on this? Yep. Are they public or they not? You don't know? Bet. Boom. What's the ticker symbol? All right, ticker symbols are like nicknames. So if your name Peanut, the hood might call you Nut. All right, bet. This, you know what I'm saying? That's the ticker symbol. So I would do stuff like that to engage him with the game, because I do it with my daughter. Next, when it comes to his investment, man, I'm investing in. If I'm him, if I'm you for him, I'm investing in financials and I'm investing in tech. Financials, tech, cybersecurity, which is a part of tech. That's it. Maybe industrials. Financial tech industrials. Financial tech industrials. Everything with a growth. I ain't investing in nothing else. No AT&T, no Ford, no Walmart, because it's a growth. Man, I'm back at financials and tech. When I say financial, I'm talking JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, because that's where the money at. Tech, Nvidia. Anything pushing tech, anything pushing AI, anything pushing that, I'm keeping it simple. 3 segments, that's all. Let's go.
Over the next couple of years, I think we'll substantially be cutting, and maybe cutting out completely, but we'll be cutting income tax. Could be almost completely cutting it because the money we're taking in is going to be so large.
Say that again?
Over the next couple of years, I think we'll substantially be cutting, and maybe cutting out completely, but we'll be cutting income tax. Could be almost completely cutting it because the money we're taking in is going to be so large.
That's it. That boy thinking about cutting income tax. That boy playing a different ball game. Say, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, like this dude. So I was talking to somebody yesterday about this, and it was asking, no, it was for Thanksgiving. And we was talking about the credibility of America. Is he taking away the credibility of America? And I would say, there's some people that say yes, there's some people that say no. I don't care. Like, where the hell we gonna go at anyway? If like, I be seeing people say like, America gonna crash. I be like, I bet, but where you gonna live at? You ready to go move? You know what I'm saying? Man, I hope America, all right, but where you gonna, like, it's okay if somebody in Dubai say that because they don't live here. Right? It's okay if somebody in Portugal say that. They don't live here. It's okay if somebody in Italy say that. They don't live here. You're American. You live here. You ready to go? Are you ready to go? All right? So what I will say is just you got to make the best of what he got going on while he here. While he in office. You got to just make the best. Navigate different, navigate slow, change the way some of you doing certain things. But the idea of tariff revenue replacing income tax,
I'm just saying. You playing chess where everybody playing
I'm
Connect
just
Four.
saying, who gonna be mad if they look at their check and they ain't got no income?
Right. They be like,
That
you know what,
income-
Trump,
He ain't that bad.
he ain't with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like his hair, but
Man, but watch
Maybe I
this.
was
Trump
wrong.
reveals a massive, and I wrote this down. This was sick when I saw this. Right, Trump reveals a massive, that he's bought massive bonds. Which industries are getting the cash? So I wrote this down. Right, so watch this. I wrote this down. So Trump purchased as little as 82 million in corporate bonds, up to 30, and a maximum of up to 337 million. That's a lot of money, right? So watch this. The minimum possible value was that added up is like the lowest value he invested was 82 million. The most he invested was up to 337 million. So he put it in ranges. Like some could have got 5 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 250, so many. But he has 30 different positions, right? No, he bought 175 different bonds, right? So watch this. What does that say? That's a major reallocation toward, watch this, lower interest rates. That's an expectation of low interest rates, an expectation of corporate stability and growth, a desire to not have as much risk but still get cash flow. Basically, the bet on the bond market is entering a bullish phase. When money shifts into bonds, it's usually because rates are likely to drop, bond prices will rise, corporations will expect to remain solvent. It's a good risk adjustment. A rate cut cycle is coming. He wants a guaranteed yield on a lower volatility, and corporate credit is being priced attractively. Think about that. Think about that. The man spent that much money on corporate bonds. And I want to go with one more thing before we go tonight. I just want you to do something. These are the industries that's looking at it. Where does he go next? You think that man in there playing, that boy playing chess in there. That boy buying crypto, that boy trying to talk about taxes, that boy done put that money in them bonds. Hey, get your money up, family. I want to end with this one right here. There's one company that has more Bitcoin than countries. Think about this company, Strategy. They have 649,000 Bitcoins. That's more than China. That's more than America. That's more than the United Kingdom. But they under pressure right now. They under serious pressure right now. I think the pressure is if Bitcoin gets to like 75,000, they would be in the negative. They would be in the negative. It got close to like 77. They get to like 75,000, they'll be in the negative. So I'm interested to see how this CEO navigates this space. I bought a Bitcoin and a half the other day. I bought a whole one and I spent another 35,000 to get a half of one, or whatever that was, a quarter of a one, right? So, but somebody said, Trap, you under pressure with us. I said, not really. I said, because I'm not an advocate. I just believe it'll be there in the future. I'm one of those people that I'm purely speculation. You ask me what all the stuff it do, I'm be like, bro, I don't know. All right? I know about it being connected to the blockchain. I have some of the stuff. And here's the real part about it, bro. I don't want to learn. Man, Trap, let me teach you. No. I don't want to learn it. You know why I don't want to learn it? I'm a stock person. I like stocks. I like commercial real estate. If Bitcoin went to zero the day of tomorrow, I can promise you, and I'm going to just be 100% real with you, I've lost more in options than I've lost if Bitcoin went to zero. Right? But if it goes to 200,000, like Tom Lee says, another couple million.
I'm just thinking, even, as you said, learning it, why would it even go down?
It's going down now.
I mean, I know it's going down. I'm just talking about as we get...
Just selling pressure, liquidity issues. It's a speculation. So people be over leveraging it. We having leverage problems. We having credit problems. You know, that's why it's going down like that. They had people putting it out 10 to 1. Like, you put $100 and you get 10 something. They was putting a lot of leverage on it. So now we having liquidity issues. So people snatching it. But it will become a point where it gets oversold. And once it gets oversold, like any asset, once it gets too oversold, guess what happens? People come in and buy more. So, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Like, I don't want to learn. I just want to hold it for a long time. And then maybe sell some of it here and there and add it to my network, pass it to my little one. I'm just keeping it real. Man, I need to teach you about Bitcoin. You need less of my... No, they got 1 million people teaching it. I'm going to stay over here in the stocks, options, And this wealth's part of the game. Now, if the market go to falling down, different story for me. 85% of my money is tied in there. Got M's over there that I don't touch, that I just keep putting money in. Different story for me. So, all right, man, listen, man, we're going to end the show tonight, man. I hope we taught y'all a lot tonight. I hope we give y'all some game these last 30 days, y'all. These last 30 days. I want you to lock in. I want you to focus. I want you to dedicate yourself to these last 30 days. I don't want you to look back at numbers, see how do we get better? How do we evolve? That's how we take it on moving forward, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trap. I see y'all next week, same time, same place. Do me a favor, man. Get your merch. Get your merch. Make George do some work, right? We got tickets. We still got some online tickets. All the in-persons are sold. Get your online tickets to the show. Make sure you download on all podcast platforms. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trap, man. I love y'all. I'm out.